We are live. Welcome everyone to the Hennessy Performance League booth. With me, two-man booth here tonight, so pretty simple. We have the driver of the 44 truck, and that is Jake. Jake, say hello.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? And happy Thursday.
Yeah, Michigan here tonight, round 10 in the championship, halfway through after tonight's race, which is pretty amazing, honestly. I feel like we just started the season at Daytona a few weeks ago. So, yeah, Michigan here tonight, halfway through the regular season. Jake, you've been in the booth for a lot of these races. I've been race control, so I've been watching as well. Just point out to me a few drivers that you are kind of looking at who've impressed you so far in these first 10 races, and who do you think is able to make a step up?
Me personally, if I have to pick like as far as my top three drivers that are currently doing good as far as the Xfinity series, right now you gotta look at Speed Racer. Speed Racer's been on a little bit of a hot streak as of late. I mean, he's also gotten, even though he's got one win, but yet the thing about this though is that he's been consistent as far as stage points, and I believe he's got himself a really good chance here tonight. Kenny LaFleur, Kenny's had pretty much 3 wins here in the season as well. One of those guys that you expect not only to do good at road courses, but also to do good at short track racing as well. And also, you gotta be really impressed with Always Eric. Always Eric, who has been doing really good, hasn't got himself a win yet here tonight, but after talking to him earlier, he seems to be very, very confident. But now, as far as those that kind of need to step up, first person I'm gonna have to say is Electric Days. I mean, he's been pretty consistent, but I really feel like that he needs to show everyone why he deserves to be above the cutoff line, to say the least. Another driver I'm gonna have to keep an eye on as well. I definitely have to see as far as Hendrick Nine Chase, who is currently below the cutoff line by like 9 points. So, excuse me, I expect him to do something good as well. And last but certainly not least, Ty Racing as well. I mean, the last time we saw him was up in front at Talladega. But that was about it, and ever since then, he's been like a fly. He's been dropped out of nowhere. So, Ty Racing definitely needs to step up. When it comes to the Xfinity Series tonight, we're pretty much about halfway through the season, so it's give or take, especially at a track like Michigan.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to correct you. Eric did win Mid-Ohio last week.
All right.
But, yeah, halfway through the season after this race. So now, once we pass this point, because a lot of people think this is a lot of people's last chance to win a race, since this is similar to that wild card Daytona Talladega-esque feel. So a lot of people are looking at this race saying this is probably my last opportunity, because the final 5 tracks can include Bristol. We don't know what that can bring. I think Brody will be really good there. Kentucky, we had a crazy finish last year. Pocono, JoJo's really good there. And then we have the Charlotte and Charlotte Roval doubleheader to end off the regular season in May. So a lot of things still to come, but once we get past this point in this break, because we have a break after this week, we start to see the playoff picture. And if we go to the Xfinity standings, it's pretty much 7 out of the 10 drivers have automatically, I can pretty much say, clinched their spot in the playoffs if they show up for the rest of the races. Killer sits 7th in points, 89 points above the cut line, and then there's Speed all the way at the top with 405 points, who sits basically 200 points clear. And that's about 3 races, and if he keeps up the pace that he's been at, he could lock his way into the playoffs probably after Bristol next week. So, or in 2 weeks, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I believe we're just waiting on Kenny to get into the lobby. Based on what I'm hearing, Killer got the pole for this race. Actually, I'm going to join the lobby. I'm going to join the lobby just to show everyone the first few positions. As you can see, Killer on pole, McCard in second, always a qualifying ace in the Xfinity series. Jocko is in third, and that's another guy. You see Jocko in third, Gary in sixth. Those names below the cut line that need a win that can really shake up this Xfinity field.
Yeah, very, very good point, especially when it comes to how crazy this Xfinity field is going to be here. And not to mention it, though, and I hate to bring up a little bit of past, but the last time we was here, we had a rivalry that happened between both Jackson Allman and Speed Racer, and Speed, I believe he won that race. So, I mean, it's anybody's ball game, especially when it comes to using that bumper. So I expect these